Hello, it's Dave here again from Creative Guitar Lounge. Just wanted to do another little video today about another customization I did to this little guitar I bought during lockdown, just as a little project. It's got, I'll link to another video about this, but it's strung with Nashville high strung tuning strings. So it sounds a little bit different to an ordinary acoustic because it's got part of a 12-string set, but you'll see the video about that if you're not familiar with it. On the link at the end of this. But the next thing I did, I bought it specifically for that tuning, but then I decided, since you have to dedicate a whole guitar to this, because unless you want to restring it all the time, I kind of wanted to investigate the possibilities of putting effects and you know, electric guitar sounds through it. And rather than doing this to another of my electric guitars, I thought I'll just buy a pickup for this. So after a bit of research, I bought a Fishman Neo D single coil pickup, which just really neatly fits into the sound hole there. So it's not like the kind of piezo ones that you get that kind of go into the bridge, the tailpiece, or clip onto the body. Those I find quite unsatisfactory. They're quite noisy and terrible for feedback. So I thought this would be a better option. And I've done a little recording of just the guitar on its own, just through the pickup straight as an acoustic guitar with no effects, no EQ or anything, straight into Logic Pro. And then I've just copied that track over and added a couple of the amp simulators, sort of crunch guitar sounds to it, just to give you a little idea of what that sounds like. I should mention beforehand, this pickup, which I will link in the description because they're really good pickups. I got this one on Amazon. I'll give you my Amazon link in the description. But it comes with a long lead with a jack in the end of it. And the idea is you pop it in there and that just kind of hangs out of the guitar and down into in this case, into my Focusrite interface or into an acoustic guitar amp or a PA, whatever. But I really didn't like that idea of that big long cable rattling against the guitar, because it's a hollow-bodied acoustic guitar. It's going to pick that noise up, could damage the front of the guitar, and I could trip over it. It was just a pain. So what I decided to do was to get a strap lock and with a jack socket built into it, and I just cut down the cable to the appropriate length, fed it through here, actually put a bass guitar string through here and tied it onto the end of the cable, and then pulled it back through the hole. Again, I'll probably do a little tutorial on that because it's worth doing. So now I've got a really short tidy. You can't see the cable or anything. It's just the right length. It doesn't rattle around very much inside, and it's just a convenient jack socket. So without further ado, let's jump in and have a listen. Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I've just put down a little drummer track with just a very basic beat to play along to, and then I recorded just the guitar. So this is purely the sound of that high-strung guitar through the Fishman pickup, first of all. In the center. Okay, so I mean, it's a nice enough sounding, I think, through a single coil pickup with no EQing or any effects or anything added to it, just purely the sound of a guitar D.I'd through a pickup. So I've tried a few different amps, just all I've done is just copy that track down and then put it through some of Logic's amps. This is an amp I use quite a lot for electric guitar, and it sounds like this with so it's okay. It's something you would use probably as a background effect. Normally speaking, you would use a high-strung guitar as a kind of background feel thing anyway. But just being able to put it through an amp sim, or even possibly through, I've got a Boss GT100 pedal board. I may try it through there. But it just means that you can add a little bit of what you can do in an electric guitar to a high-strung acoustic guitar. And that's kind of what it's all about for me, just these different kind of creative ideas that you can do in a mix or just with the guitar. So that's it. You know, I could try lots of different amps. Maybe we could have a look at something crazy. There's Phantom Tremolo. Don't know if I've ever listened to this amp, but let's have a quick listen to that. Now that's got a strange kind of quite a cool panning sort of effect to it. And again, I can see that being useful in a song at some point. So there you go, it's just opened up a whole bunch more possibilities, and that's what I like. Okay, so, you know, interesting possibilities, that's kind of what I'm all about here at Creative Guitar Lounge. Not trying to be absolutely perfect or to, you know, be the shreddingest or the fastest. I'm just looking for creative ideas, and that one has been quite a nice little experiment. It was a pretty cheap guitar, quite a cheap pickup, the little bits and pieces to you know, convert that jack into a socket, all very inexpensive, probably around about 100 quid, something like that, £100, a little bit more than that maybe, but pretty excellent. Now the sound is, I would want to tinker around with that sound, but bear in mind this is a Nashville strung guitar, so it's already quite a kind of trebly, quite a high sounding effect, so it's kind of designed to be a kind of background, a support thing. But I reckon with some of these electric or crunch sounds, it can still do that, and it can add a really interesting kind of new flavour, if you like, to some of my tunes. So I'll be experimenting with that, and we'll see how it goes. But I think that's pretty good. It's maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe a bit kind of low middly, a little bit honky. I would want to play around with the EQ. I haven't in this case, but I think I probably would want to if I was going to try it with the electrics. But I think it's a pretty good option for when I don't want to mic the guitar up. So I hope that's been useful. Like I say, the links are in the description and at the end of the video to the other videos I've done about this guitar. You'll get the link to the Amazon pickup, the Fishman pickup, in the description. And if you do like this, please do leave me some comments. I'll always reply to those. And feel free to subscribe if you want to keep getting more videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.